So today I want to talk about some major pullback on the Bitcoin. So we all know that Bitcoin is pumping crazy right now, but there is some really great conditions which we can break down and expect some kind of pullback on the Bitcoin. So without the further ado, let's jump to the charts right now and let's try to analyze the Bitcoin from the beginning to the end. And most important, the end of this video, you're gonna have a clear vision about the Bitcoin, which direction most likely price gonna go, and what we are expecting from the Bitcoin. So basically right now we are seeing one picture, which one we are from the Elliott waves perspective, which one is the most suits right now the charts. I'm gonna show you it right now, and we're gonna trade based on that analysis on the high time frame. So if we are opening the weekly time frame and take the waves, we can pull those waves like this. Here's the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So right now we are in a fifth wave, I would say, right, of the 5 impulsive wave structure. And basically what conditions are actually suits for this fifth wave? Let's talk about a little bit that one. So here, what I want to mention one thing, that there is like really great possibility, and there is some possibility for that one, that we're gonna break this this level and we are going much more higher, and there is no such a thing as a fifth wave. That probability also I include in my analysis, and I expect that things to come. But first, we know that which direction we're gonna trade, and this direction is up right now because the market is pushing. There is some volumes as well, right? And basically we have all more rights to trade to that direction. But to having like great plan for what to do, we are seeing much more understandable structure, and that understandable structure right now I show you on the charts. Right now we're gonna deep dive in a little bit on the smaller time frame as well. I'm gonna break down there also and show you what I'm expecting from the a little bit smaller time perspective. But first of all, let's mention these targets for the fifth wave. If we're gonna take a Fibonacci, put on the beginning and the end of the impulse and end of the wave 4, right over here, we are seeing the 0.6 is usually the targets of the wave 5. So it's this is the number which we are seeing on your screens right now. So this is where I'm expecting the Bitcoin around 100k, right? It is very likely that the price is gonna go there. So right now a lot of you will ask me, why did this is fifth wave and not like beginning of the massive bull run? First of all, yes, it is possible that we are in a much more higher time frame, some kind of global crazy parabolic growth stuff. Right now we are right in that phase, but before it happens, we need that we break that 0.6 area, right? Also, it's also very likely that this is some kind of movement even on a much more higher time frame, right? But what we are seeing currently right now, right, that what we're gonna trade. So this is why that direction I like, fifth wave I like, and basically which one the thing which one I'm showing you right now is like kind of worst case in the Bitcoin, what is possibly and likely gonna happen. So right now I'm gonna break down 2 pullbacks. First, we're gonna happen on a high time frame. This is on the weekly time frame, right? As we're gonna reach that $104,000, around 100k, right? We're gonna see some kind of reversal, which gonna be some kind of correction, right? This is also very, very, very possible. So, for example, let me show you on the high time frame. It looks like this ABC, something such kind of very also possible, right? And why? Because every time when you're seeing 5 impulsive wave structure, there is always correction. So this is what is very likely to happen. So this is one of the first pullback, but before it happens, I mean, this is worst scenario, and this is why I'm mentioning that it is good to have that in your brain. I mean, you must to prepare for the worst scenario, right? It's much more better to be ready for that scenario rather than you are expecting some kind of Bitcoin for $300,000 and it's never gonna happen, right? So basically when you are expecting the worst scenario, you are much more, your euphoria gets you are lowering your euphoria, right? And you are doing much more current moves on the market. So this is why I like this scenario. Yes, I kind of agree that there is possible some even much more higher time frame, some kind of impulse which I'm not gonna stop right now, right? But for now, currently what I see on the market, this looks very, very good. So one more thing, let me show you the conditions for what is the actually conditions for fifth wave. I mean this wave over here, right? And then we're gonna deep dive in a smaller time frame, and there I'm gonna break down that there is some more possibility that we're gonna have some kind of correction. So basically, what is the first condition of the wave 5? Fifth wave always confirms that there is much more less volumes, not much more, but there's always less volumes than in the third wave. So here you can see that this third wave over there have much more volumes over here rather than fifth wave. So basically this is one of the confirmation that this is fifth wave. So we are hitting all-time highs, right? But it's not supports by volume, right? And it's not followed by volume. So that's actually one condition that this is fifth wave. Usually fifth wave always has 5 impulsive wave structure inside, which one we can take and break down this, try to break down it for 5 impulsive wave structure, which one I'm going to do in a small time frame, and exactly there will be some probability and possibility for the correction. So basically the second this is the second condition, 5 impulsive wave structure. First condition is that it has less volumes than the third wave, right? And as well the MACD, every time when you're opening the MACD, there you can see that right now we are currently when we are talking on this video, we are hitting the all-time highs on the Bitcoin, right? Very close to, and you can see that the MACD is not peaking. We had peaking MACD in the third wave. So basically this is one of the confirmation that this is third wave, right? Because it has much more this peaking of volumes rather than you can see over here, right? So yes, we know that we can pump much more higher, and if in that condition we will see that MACD is also going to show us on a weekly time frame peaking numbers, that's going to be confirmation that this scenario completely wrong. But for now we are seeing that we are hitting all-time highs, and they're actually on a weekly time frame, it's creating us step by step some divergence. The price is increasing, right, for example, and the MACD has the divergence, right? So that's a really very strong condition, and this is one of the confirmation that this is fifth wave. One more stuff that everybody's screaming about, that there is like a wow, the Bitcoin is ready to go $100,000, $1 million, and etc, etc, etc. One more fundamental factors which I always include in my fifth wave is big money. When some big players start to talk about, as a BlackRock or a government or whatever it is, right? The people start to talk about that all-time highs and we are ready to go to the moon. That's usually fifth wave. That's usually when people are taking some profit. So this is why I highly suggest you, I mean, before to being that euphoric and before you catch that euphoria and get all in the Bitcoin and maybe lost everything, just stay away and be careful, invest step by step, do the proper risk management, and invest the money which one you are ready to lose. Every time market always makes some pullbacks and always gives you some great opportunities. So don't jump in the markets heavily. Do not sell your house, do not sell your cars or lost money or something like that. Don't do such kind of things. We are not stupid, right? I highly suggest you to do the proper risk management. And if you want to trade with me and you want to repeat my moves, what I'm doing on the market, I highly suggest you to jump in our Telegram club, subscribe to the channel, press the likes, and ask any question which one you have in the comment section. So basically this is what I'm thinking about locally. Right now let's talk about not global, this is globally what I'm thinking about, right? Right now let's talk about the locally. What kind of pullback is very, very likely? First of all, we all know that we are getting to all-time high very closely, and not all-time high very closely, we already right now live, we're recording this video and you are saying that we are hitting all-time highs. So basically, what does it mean all-time highs? All-time highs means the strongest resistance, because every time when we are reaching the all-time highs, it means that from here had a massive selling pressure, and that's a fact already, because once we get the $60,000, boom. Second time we get 60,000, boom, right? So right now, once again, we are going to 60,000, and actually, it's very likely that we're gonna break that resistance like there is no tomorrow, but before that, it's very likely that we're gonna reach the all-time highs and we're gonna see some kind of reversal for the correction, because every time when you are seeing that all-time highs hitting. There's a lot of buying pressure, but I'm sure that someone will be very ready to sell you Bitcoin on all-time highs, and maybe we will go to measure this exactly pullback, and maybe we're gonna see some kind of reaction first. I'm not saying that we're gonna go to the all-time low once again, but I'm talking about that very likely that we're gonna go in some kind of correction, and after correction we go much more higher. So basically that scenario also suits what? That scenario suits that here we can see wave 1, 2, this is gonna be 3, 4, and 5. Something such kind of also very, very likely, and be ready for that one. So listen to me right now. Once again, I'm repeating, this scenario, it's not panacea. If your opinion matched with mine, it doesn't mean that you must to higher your risks or take much more higher risk or something like that. It doesn't mean nothing. I'm just preparing for the worst scenario. I personally will be very happy if the Bitcoin gonna cross the 100,000 and we're gonna go higher and higher and higher. Why? Because I am with you in the same boat. I'm also investing in a crypto market, and I'm heavily into, right? So basically that's gonna be in my kind of, I also want that all-time highs. I wanted that massive parabolic growth. So but I cannot ignore some scenarios, and I always feel comfortable to be ready for worst scenario that will be much more good for me and for my financial decisions. So I highly suggest you to do so as well, and I highly suggest you to jump in our Telegram channel as well, because there I'm giving you the free, all the tips which I'm learning myself. I'm giving you everything for free. So this is what I'm thinking about the market right now. It's very likely that after hitting the all-time highs, once we hit actually in a daily time frame, you can see that we saw that reaction over here. You see, as we touched that ground, boom, we had some kind of massive movements. But right now we are seeing that only daily time frame we start to breaking that area, right? And basically this is I don't know what kind of candle it will be. If this candle will be bigger than previous one and it has more volumes than the previous one on the daily time frame, it means we break that resistance on the daily time frame. But it's still very likely that the market's doing some kind of reversal scenario. So be ready for this major crazy long time reversal. So I'm not saying the all-time low, but at least some kind of correction. So that will lead on the higher time frame as a wave 4 over here, right? And after that we will be ready to break that resistance, and then let's see. I think that analysis is one of the really very solid analysis which you can have right now. This is what I'm thinking about the market. If you like my analysis, if you like the way I look at the market, subscribe to the channel, press the notification bells, because right now I'm gonna post the videos much more often to inform you. Right now is really getting very, very interesting on the markets. So I'm in and I'm with you, and maybe I will post the videos every single day. And of course, jump in our Telegram channel. There I'm gonna share everything, my moves, what I'm gonna do, what is my positions, long, shorts, or buying investments, or whatever the all decisions. So this is why I highly suggest you to jump in over there. And of course, if you have any question, all the questions all my community knows that I answer all for free, right? So you can ask in the comment section. I'm so happy to be in this bull market with you, all of you, that we found each other and we are moving forward. Thank you so much for each one of you who already subscribed to my channel. See you in the next, and bye.